Good evening, everyone. Today I am going to explain a topic from the chapter Linear Equations and Inequations. The name of the topic is Representation of Inequation in two variables on graph. So on the screen you can see a graph. You would be familiar with this graph. For the representation, we are going to take an example. And the example is x minus y is more than or equal to 0. So we will see how we can represent an equation like this on graph. This equation is an inequation because it states that x minus y is more than 0. There is no equal to sign in this expression. So it is an inequation. And there are two variables present. Those are x and y. So it is an linear inequation in two variables. So we will see how we can represent it on the graph. So in the example, it's given x minus y is more than or equal to 0. So first we will take x minus y is equal to 0 into our considerance. So if x minus y equals 0, we can also write it as x equals 0 plus y. And you know that if we add any number to 0, the result is the same number. For example, if we add 0 and 2, the answer is 2. If we add 0 plus 4, the answer is 4. So the number itself will be the result. So if we add 0 plus y, the answer is going to be y itself. So here comes another equation. The equation is x equals y. Now we are going to draw a table like this. We will take two columns of x and y. First, we will note three values of x. Those are minus 2, 0 and 2. You can plot any of the points. I have taken these as an example. So let's take the first case in our considerance. If the value of x is minus 2, then we have the equation x equals y. Then what will be the value of y? Obviously, it will be minus 2. And in the next case also, it will be 0 and in the same as the third. So for plotting, we will first see of minus 2, minus 2. So now, we need to represent the point minus 2, minus 2 on the graph. In this, the first minus 2 is x and the second one is y. You would be knowing how to represent the point on the graph. So we have represented the point minus 2, minus 2 in the graph. See, it is in the third quadrant because both the coordinates have a negative sign. And we know if the both coordinates of a point are negative, we represent the point in the third quadrant. Now we need to look at the second one. It says 0, 0. You would be remembering that the origin is represented as 0, 0. So here we need to plot origin as our point. So we have plotted. The next one is 2 and 2. Now we need to graph this point on this graph. So we have represented the point having coordinate 2, 2 on the graph. So here, after representing all the three coordinates, we get 3 points. The first one is here, second one is on the origin, and the third one is here. Now what do? We join all the 3 dots with a line. You see, this is a straight line. joining the three dots. Now, what do we need to find? We need to find that which side of this line is going to be the solution of our example, that is x minus y is more than equal to 0. So for seeing this, or for knowing which side of the line will be our solution, we need to take any one of the point in our consideration. So we take the point 1 minus 2 into our considerance, which is located towards the right of our line. So we will now put the values of x and y from this point into our equation and check if the equation shows correct. So we have aligned the values of x and y into our equation, and the equation gives 1 minus minus 2 must be more than or equal to 0. So now let's solve the equation. So we have solved the equation and the answer is 3, that is more than 0. So the statement shows correct. It means that the points in the right side of this line will give the solution for our example. It means that the right side of the line is the part we must shade. That is, the right side of the line is the solution to our example. So we have shaded the right side of our line. So the solution for this question is the right side of this line, or the shaded part. So we have represented this equation on the graph. It's such an easy. We just need to see the graph properly, note the values of x and y. First, take the equation as equal to, and then plot the points on the graph. Draw the line and shade the region which is the solution of the equation or the example. Thank you.